lekueta ema fana fana fo ievevela so se mea awale popole ema mulu mai elefa.
So in the meaning of Cain, Seth would mean of my insurance of Cain for my father's lifetime, and Seth to prove that Yahya is to be resurrected, Abel Seth, and therefore the whole meaning of Seth would be the resurrection and love of father and son. Reason why Jesus would be alive. Reason why Jesus would be the Savior, which I would merit it, saving my son, Yahya, father and son, Cain, Seth, me, Abel, Seth, Yahya. So therefore, in the next lifetime, this would be my child going through everything that I've done from this point and backwards. And then when I'm done with my work, I'll be right here. And my child will go through all this over again. And the remembrance of my father would stay because of Cain and Abel. The whole story of Cain and Abel. So, to be of clarity and remembrance, everyone, Cain, Abel, Seth. The meaning of Seth is from the death of Abel. And then upon the Seth being father and son, the love and the proof of the authorship, inheritance, and of Yahya, of resurrection, and mankind's evolution in history of love, life, family, and everything you can speak of that the Bible speaks in righteousness terms. And all the structures of evil, my father, he overcame and used all that to show that me, his son, manifesting that I can be of my father, showing and proving his love and everything that he is about, would be of his meriting in Seth, Cain, Seth, authorship, and then father and son, me and Yahya, and showing our proof and merit of having authorship of the whole Bible and the whole book. Now, people, I want to also bring in this Cain factor. Check this peep game. Let me take you to lifetimes. Now, what we have here are lifetimes of my father, and if I'm gonna speak from an insurance part, my father, alright, beheaded him, Yahya. So therefore, my mom, I'm speaking in the insurance part, would be Seth, because Yahya would be Cain. Get that? Yahya would be Cain. My mother completing the literature of Seth by passing it on to me as I am of here today, stating Kantonio, which is all for the resurrection and protection of Antonio not to be beheaded. So therefore, she being Seth in her lifetime would be the passing of the meriting and of the authorship and literature from my father's lifetime, and of insurance, she would be of Seth. So therefore, in the insurance of her being Seth, Abel would be of my father's lifetime, stating to her that when she comes back into life, being myself in this lifetime, she becomes Seth in full. But my father had insurance of Cain, Abel, Seth. Me being Seth in this lifetime, of my mother being Abel in her lifetime. Because my father went to the son full bodily, with a full body, and a nation, a kingdom. So therefore, him right here would be Abel. Yahya would be Abel right here. So therefore, my dad making Cain would be the whole factor of everyone knowing that in the next future or lifetime, the lifetime would be known for him not to be beheaded, or everyone would be beheaded. Therefore, bringing the factor back to God and his children. God's love for his only son, to wanting him to be alive, as he manifested him to be alive and resurrected in this lifetime. And then his tolerance to everyone, saying, if anyone slays Cain, or Cain is beheaded, everyone loses everything. Everything is lost. But not for my father and his seed. Everything is lost. I inherit, right here, as I'm making for my child, I inherit the children, the seed, everything, offspring of Cain, Abel, and Seth. Meaning that if Antonio is beheaded as of currently, then in the lifetimes, my father was Cain. And in his insurance that he was born inherently with, my mother would know that she would be Abel as of insurance. As for her returning in the next lifetime being Seth, all a part of insurance. So therefore, all in the insurance, I then also become Yahshua, the inheritor of the Holy Bible, which I have a prophet stating that I am God of the Holy Bible, which shows and proves my love of the sustaining of these lifetimes, my father's, my mother's, and this lifetime as of current, as I would be preparing for my child. My mom, who lived a full lifetime with Yahya, who was Cain. And to add this in there, Yahya being Cain in my mother's lifetime, he would be protecting me in this lifetime of Seth. Therefore, he making the insurance and being of assurance to my father, because my father and my mother proved to him that I in this lifetime would state for he not to be beheaded, as I am of currently stating and believing that he still is alive, as my job and duty from Mother Nature's appointing task is to be of love and of the word resurrection, which that whole book speaks of. So therefore, Yahya would be Cain unto all those opposed to my father's lifetime and my mother's lifetime, and in this lifetime as of currently. Therefore, me stating Kantonio. Who got beheaded. So therefore, Yahya, being my dad's offspring, would be Cain, and my mom would be Seth, making the life for me as I'm making my life for my child, to reap all this. So therefore, God's love for Cain surely shows that he really loved Cain.
To be the making from the crafting of the ancients, preserved in creation.
Because Cain was his child. He brought him from death. Now, if you can manage that emotion to have resurrecting, and Yahya would be not even 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. He would not even be of a toddler's age. And then to have a mature life, imagine that whole lifetime, and then my mom spending that lifetime with Yahya and having children and being of righteousness. Being of righteousness as I am manifested into form, preparing for my child's future. Cain, Abel, Seth, I inherit all of that, and my prophet surely shows that. He proves all that because of this. The meriting of resurrection and the structures of righteousness, which God is love.